So in last week's video, I spoke about some money mistakes that I think you guys should be avoiding during the holidays. And I feel like I did have a little bit of a rant, so apologies there. But in today's video, what I really want to do is actually talk through some of the things that help me to save for Christmas and during the holidays. So I'm hoping some of these tips will help you when you are thinking about your spending. Because again, guys, we don't want to be broke come January because of Christmas. Hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Verenia, and on this channel, I talk about things to do with money, your career, and having a positive mindset for success. So if that does sound great to you, then of course you can subscribe to my channel and hit the bell notification below so you don't miss out on any new videos. Verenia, the holidays are here so that we can enjoy it. Why would we even need to save for Christmas? Well, again, guys, just because it's Christmas or just because it's the holidays does not give us an excuse to become broke. And that's exactly why I did a video last week, just to go through some of the mistakes that people do tend to make. So if you haven't watched that, I'll put a link up here for you and in the description below. But now let's walk through some tips, and I'm hoping that some of these can actually help save you money. So the first tip I think you could potentially do during Christmas is to actually do Secret Santa when it comes to giving presents. Now, if you watched my last budgeting video, then you would know this is something that we have recently introduced in my family. So we never used to do Secret Santa when it came to presents. All we would basically do is just buy our whole family different presents, and that used to cost a lot of money. So now what we've decided is we're going to end up doing Secret Santa, and what that basically means is that we are then allocated just one person within the whole group, and we will get that one person a present. Now that one present may be a bit more expensive than usual, but actually when you think about it, rather than buying so many different presents for the family or your friends, you are actually only getting one present. So I do end up saving quite a lot of money. Now in terms of allocating the person, I mean, you could just put all your names into one hat and then everyone picks out their name, or you could actually use draw names. So I use draw names. I think it's called draw names, drawnames.co.uk. I can put that link in the description below for you guys. But basically once you put everyone's name and their email addresses, they will then send you an email with your drawn name. But what I also think is quite cool is once you actually log in, you can actually draw your names live, so everyone can do it all at the same time. Me and my family did it, and I was so excited because it was like the drum roll, and I was like, yes, my name is coming over. But to be honest, I feel like I don't really get out of the house very much. I don't know why I found that so exciting, but I did think it was a really good experience. And then I got my name, and the person can actually do a wish list as well. So I could do a wish list for my Secret Santa and vice versa. And within that wish list, you can basically suggest some things that you might be interested in so that your Secret Santa has a better idea about what to get you. So for me, this was an absolute game changer. And again, you can decide how much you want to spend. So you might decide actually it's £50 per person, or 20 or 30. It's really up to you. So that has definitely saved me a lot of money. Now I do this with my friends as well. So again, I only need to buy one present. I did used to do it with my work colleagues as well, but since we're at home, I don't need to do this. So I save even more money because I don't then have to get another present for my colleagues. So yeah, I'm saving money again. So the second tip I want to give you guys, and some of you might not be surprised, but it's actually being strategic with your spending. So what I'm talking about is if you're buying presents, then you could actively look for deals or discounts. So for example, it might be Black Friday, Cyber Monday. Obviously those days have passed, but actually you might even find that some stores are still doing deals because they're trying to get rid of stock, for example. Also, if you're buying a Christmas present for someone, but you might not actually be seeing them on Christmas Day, then you could consider maybe using Boxing Day sale so that you can actually get a good deal. And I will tell you guys, I have definitely done that. Again, I'm just trying to save money here. Okay, so I've got Mum's Christmas present, which was like 50% off, which is amazing. But then they've got these watches on sale too. I feel like I do need a new watch. You're right. Don't do it, Verenia. Resist. But guys, when I'm talking about things like discounts and Black Friday, I'm still saying be strategic with your spending, okay? Don't just buy everything because it's on sale. If you know you want to get a particular present for someone, then note it down, note down what the price is, and that is all you buy, okay? You don't start buying on the whim because you get excited because there's a sale going on. So figure out exactly how many presents you're getting, what you're planning to buy, and then you can start to look for those discounts and look for those deals. So for example, let's say that my sister wanted trainers for Christmas, then I would know exactly how much I want to spend on those trainers, and then I will start to look for any discounts and deals. Again, guys, try to be strategic. So actually plan what you're going to buy. I would have a list of the presents that I want to buy and the maximum amount that I want to spend, and that's exactly what I'll be looking for when it comes to things like deals and discounts. So the third tip that I want to give you guys to save money is actually making a budget. Now guys, do not exit this video because I mentioned the B word, okay? You guys know I continue to preach about it, and I have done just several videos on budgeting, but it is actually really important. You want to be able to allocate your spending, particularly when it comes to Christmas. Now, I'm not even just talking about Christmas presents, I'm talking about the whole shebang, okay? I'm talking about Christmas dinner, any entertainment, all of that stuff. So for example, let's say that I wanted to budget £100. I need to know exactly where that £100 is going to go. So is £20 going to go towards presents? Are you going to have £30 towards, you know, the Christmas dinner? Are you going to have another £10 towards eating out? I don't know, but I would be allocating exactly how much you want to spend, because otherwise, as I mentioned before, you could end up overspending and that could even lead into debt. And of course, we don't want that. So how much are you spending on Christmas dinner this time? Don't worry, I've actually made a budget this time, £50. And what about presents? I told you, I've got this, £100. Entertainment for the family? Again, I got you another £50. Well done. So for example, in my case, and I mentioned this in my own budgeting video, but I have allocated about £170 towards Christmas. £50 will go towards anything to do with Christmas and the family. So that could be pitching in for Christmas dinner or buying Christmas decorations. And then about £120 was used for Christmas presents. So in my case, out of that £120, I allocated about £40 for my Secret Santa present. And I've got a budget for eating out or entertainment as well. Again, I do go into a bit more detail in my budgeting video. So if you haven't seen that, then I'll put a link up here for you guys and in the description below. But yeah, guys, I do think it's really good to know exactly what's coming in and what's going out as well. Now, am I saying don't spend money or don't go out and enjoy yourself? Of course not. I'm just saying make sure you are planning and budgeting your spending accordingly. So I would definitely be working out what you can afford first before you actually start spending. Because if after making a budget, you realize that you can only afford £100, then you can only afford £100 and then that's it. I mean, yes, you might have preferred a bit more, but again, I would rather you only spend what you can actually afford. And in this case, if it's £100, it's £100 rather than taking on debt because you want to spend £300 instead. Again, guys, we don't want to go into high interest debt because of the holidays. We don't. So the fourth way I try to save money is actually considering to buy cheaper brands when it comes to things like Christmas food. Now, I know that most of the time you do get what you paid for, but actually sometimes I do find that the food will taste the same no matter what the brand is. What I basically try to do is just make sure that I'm getting value for my money. So I would be looking at what supermarkets are currently doing deals. Now, of course, you guys know that I do love Lidl and Aldi, but sometimes Lidl and Aldi doesn't actually have everything that I would like. So I might have to actually go to Tesco or Sainsbury's or Asda, for example. But again, guys, I'm always on the lookout for deals, and sometimes I will go to different supermarkets just to compare and see what's going on. But to be honest, rather than going into the store, I think you could technically just do it online. And also you might find that other markets might be cheaper. So for example, rather than going to Tesco, you might decide to go to a fruit and veg market. If you eat meat, you might consider going to a butcher's instead. So of course, it will depend on what you prefer. And what we will do is, rather than trying to do all of the Christmas shopping on the one day, we will basically space it out and see if we can do it over a couple of days, just so we can still get the best deals possible as well. And of course, we will have a budget and a list talking through what we actually want to buy and how much we want to spend. No, Veronia, it's the holidays. I want the best and only the best. Okay, but remember guys, sometimes the best isn't always the most expensive. So the next tip I want to give you guys is actually eating at home before you do any Christmas food shopping. Now, I definitely mentioned this when I was talking about things that I do to save money generally. So if you haven't watched that, of course, I'll put that up here for you guys and in the description below. But again, guys, try not to go on an empty stomach, because if not, then you will just end up buying everything. Right, so we need mince pies because you know it's Christmas. Of course, we also need chocolate chip cookies because it's Christmas. You know what? Let's just get hot cross buns too because it's Christmas. For me, to be honest, I would just eat before I go anywhere. So the sixth tip that's actually helped me to save money is wrapping my own presents. Now, I know guys, it can be so convenient to just pay for gift wrapping and it just feels like it makes life so much easier. But guys, when I ordered something from Amazon, their gift wrapping option was like £3 or £4. And if you're buying like a whole load of presents, then that could actually add up. For example, if you know that you need to buy about 10 presents, then that could end up being about £30 or £40 just to gift wrap. So for me, as tempting as it is, I will just buy the wrapping paper and just do it DIY style. Look, I don't want to spend 10 minutes wrapping presents, okay? I would rather use that time to be watching Netflix. Like I said, it's the holidays. I don't want to be doing anything. I mean, you could be wrapping your presents whilst you're watching Netflix. Just a suggestion. So the next tip I want to give you guys to save money is actively looking for vouchers when it comes to things like purchasing presents or even when you're trying to go out somewhere. Now again, I've mentioned this before, but things like voucher websites could actually give you a good deal because you could potentially find a lot of bargains. And this might help when it comes to things like eating out and when you're going to different restaurants. So rather than paying the full price, you might be looking at 25% discount codes or even 2 for 1 or anything like that. But again though, make sure you're planning your spending first. Now the next tip I want to give you guys, although it might be a bit too late this year, I'm hoping that you'll be able to use it going forwards, and that is basically plan in advance. Again, if I could, I would be buying Christmas presents maybe in January or Boxing Day for the next year, just so I can get the best deals. But rather than looking for presents, when it comes to things like Boxing Day and January, you could be looking for things like Christmas decorations, because I guarantee that you will definitely get them on the cheap after Christmas. And that basically means that you're prepared for the next year. Now again, if I could buy presents like 11 months earlier, then I definitely would. But maybe throughout the year, for example, if it comes to summertime, I might actually find some deals and I might have a bit of an understanding on what maybe my family wants. But as you go through the year, you might consider maybe buying presents during the summertime, for example, because you might actually end up getting some good deals then. Also, I would definitely be creating a sinking fund. So for example, you might decide to create a sinking fund for Christmas presents. So let's say that next Christmas, you want to allocate about £200 for Christmas presents. And in this example, you decide you want to start saving from January all the way to about November time, so about 11 months. That will basically mean that you only need to save about £18 each month. So hopefully if you consistently do that every single month, by the time you get to November, it's happy days. And that means you've already saved enough money for your Christmas presents. So for me, I know that I'm going to start saving as soon as I can. So if you did like this video, then please do give it a thumbs up, as it really does help to support the channel. And let me know in the comments, did you already start saving for Christmas? I do post every Tuesday and Friday, so if you would like to know more, then of course you can subscribe to my channel, and I will see you guys on Tuesday.